loving pranams at the lotus feet of our most beloved Bhagwan. Respected elders, sisters and brothers, Sai Ram to all of you. With Bhagwan's immense grace, we are very happy to offer to you the first ever Samarpan session in Swami's divine abode at Sundaram. Samarpan is a wonderful forum through which we bring divine leelas of the Bhagwan to all of us, and it gives us an opportunity to go back to those golden days. Today we've got somebody special who will speak to us as part of the inaugural Samarpan session. Generally what happens is when you introduce a speaker, it is customary to say that this speaker is so very well known that he requires no introduction. But I would go against the tradition and say that the speaker requires introduction. Not because he is unknown, not because he is unheard, because often he is unseen. I say he is unseen but not unheard because we have with us today Brother Bishu Prusty, who is the voice of Radio Sai. He's like that voice you hear, but the person whom you don't see. So we're very grateful to Bhagwan that he has sent Brother Bishu here so that you'll actually be able to see the person who is behind the voice. Brother Prusty did his schooling in Bhagwan School in Prasanthi Nilayam, followed by his graduation and post-graduation. He did his MBA from Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. After that, Bhagwan gave him an opportunity to serve in the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences, Vrindavan, for a brief period, after which he moved to Radio Sai. In fact, Brother Prusty does say that whatever he is today is because of the work that he has been able to do as part of Radio Sai. He is a man on a very busy schedule, so we are very grateful to Bhagwan. We are very grateful to Sundar Sir, the director of Radio Sai, for having given us the permission to have Brother Bishu here. With these words, let me have the pleasure and privilege of inviting Brother Bishu Prusty to the dais. Thank you, Sai Ram.
भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। I offer myself at Bhagwan's lotus feet. Respected elders and dear brothers and sisters, a hearty Sai Ram to one and all. It was mentioned that I am the voice of Radio Sai. I would like to first put things straight. There is only one voice of Radio Sai, and that is the voice of Sai. There is no other voice of Radio Sai. Sai Premaloni Hai Radio Sai. My mind goes back to the time when I was doing my schooling in a little town tucked away in a nondescript district of Odisha, namely Koraput. Every day I would look at Swami's picture and I would ask, am I not a star in your sky, Swami? Am I not a flower in your garden? And I would sing, Tumari Sharana Bina Anath hai hum, Tumari Sharana Bina Anath hai hum. My father became someone who gave his heart to Swami even before Bhagwan sent me to the earth. That happened in 1979. So there was this friend of my father. When they were doing engineering, this friend and my father had developed a very deep connection. It was mutual because this friend came from a very well-to-do family. He had all the resources, and only at the examination time he would come to my father, and my father would give him the notes with the books that this friend had bought for him to study. And rest of the time this friend would spend his days in entertainment and partying, a very luxurious, extravagant lifestyle. But because of the way father used to enable him to pass not only his examinations, ultimately both of them cleared the engineering. My father, of course, got a rank, and he was just happy that he scraped through. And it happened that my father started working for Hindustan Aeronautics Limited in the district of Koraput in Odisha. He also got a job in a nearby town. So the connection continued, and he maintained that same lifestyle of spending his time in entertainment, movies. And one day, suddenly, father saw that this friend, Pradhan, has changed his liking. Now it was no more movies, it had become meditation. Now it was no more all these gadgets and vacations. Now all the furniture went out of his house. He removed all the sofas, he removed all the decorative pieces. There's only one mat, and if he had any spare time, the one who used to go for movies now was doing meditation. And my father asked, how did this happen, Pradhan? And he only gave a photo of Bhagwan. And father thought, who is this person? If he can bring this much of transformation in my friend, he has to be someone absolutely extraordinary, because I have lived with this friend all my life, in the last 10 years. They say the best way to value a master is to master his values. It is remarkable to have a vision of the Lord. But what I feel is, what is more incredible is when people see you, when they envision God. When people see you, if they envision God, that is even more greater than you having a vision of the Lord. So it was during this time that there was this little group that was forming in my town. They were planning a trip to pilgrimage centers in South India, and my father's question was, are you going to Puttaparthi? And they said, yes, we will stop over at Puttaparthi. So that was enough reason for father to join that group. And he was waiting to come to Prasanthi Nilayam to see this man who could change Pradhan just like that. So it was Dasara time, Father landed in Prasanthi Nilayam, and so much crowd. He somehow barely managed to get inside the Purnachandra auditorium, and given that he was short stature, he could not really see what was happening. The only way he could catch a glimpse was if he stood up. Now he felt the best thing for him to do is just go right back so that his back is faced to the wall. There if he stands, no one will object. So from that point, he was seeing Bhagwan, first time absorbing this crowd, this ambience, this festivity. Dasara Yagnam is going on, Purnahuti is about to begin, Bhagwan comes, and there is this devotional fervor, and Swami then starts waving his hand, and as we have seen in Dasara, he starts pouring Navaratnas and all those precious items for the final Purnahuti, and the Vedic chants now reaching a crescendo, and then Bhagwan, after accepting all those oblations, then he raised his hand, and Swami started blessing all the devotees, the double hasta, and when Bhagwan was doing that, Father saw that here it was not Bhagwan hands. He saw that every time Bhagwan was doing this and this, he was seeing all the gods and goddesses he had ever worshipped, Rama, Krishna, Shiva, the Dashavatara, everything was like a screen happening, and he stood there transfixed. Oh my God, is he the one? No wonder he can do things like this. He came back and he told my mother, I have found my God. We are not going anywhere else from today. I have found my life's purpose. And that is what happened with all of us. We never went anywhere after that encounter with Bhagwan. My father came home with lots of pictures of Swami, and Bhagwan in his own way started adding and fostering that faith that he had so beautifully implanted. Nectar started coming in the house, and father was building a house, and in the middle of the night, urgent need of cement was needed, and suddenly somebody comes from nowhere, knocks the door, gives the cement. So many miracles happened. And as I told you, Puttaparthi became our only destination. So every year, we could perhaps go only for one vacation. There's nothing more that we could afford. And it was always to Prasanthi Nilayam. In fact, after that, father used to get something called LTC, leave travel concession, wherein a company gives you the money once a year to go to your hometown. My father changed the hometown to Prasanthi Nilayam. So every year, definitely, we came to Prasanthi Nilayam. And I remember my school days, we always, whether it was summer vacation, winter vacation, I was always in Prasanthi Nilayam. And especially during the winters, used to have these Christmas celebrations. And I remember how I used to get up, living in the sheds, get up 1 o'clock in the night, somehow finish bath, and somehow try to come into the compound of the darshan ground. And even then, even if 2 o'clock I was there in the mandir, still it was so difficult to sneak in. And it was such a heavenly sight in the Christmas darshans. If you have seen those videos, early morning, 4:35, Swami coming out with a silver door opening, and just such an angelic, heavenly darshan. I mean, the most awesome sight on earth. And that is how every day, every vacation was spent, every time was spent. When will we go to Parthi and again see that awesome being? And even as you had those darshans, as a student, you always thought, why am I so unfortunate? Why is this line? Look at all those boys. They are all angelic. I have to get up 2 o'clock in the morning and struggle for 4 or 5 hours. Even then I don't get a glimpse of Bhagwan, and here are these boys who just come half an hour before and they get fantastic darshans. After that, Swami comes, he talks to them, he gives them vibhuti, gives them prasadam, he roams with them, he talks with them, he jokes with them. What's wrong with me? Why not me? So that is how the intensity started building up. I have to become a student in Bhagwan's college. And I thought, okay, what will I do so that Swami will take me? So as I neared 10th class, I remember that, okay, they aggregate the marks of 8th, 9th, 10th, so you have to study well. So that was happening. The only aim was I have to somehow become a student. And when it came to 10th class, I thought, no, maybe this is not enough. I have to do something more serious. So in Puttaparthi, the students, they walk to the mandir. So every day they walk for 2 hours. So I told my mom, Amma, I'm not going to use the cycle anymore. My school also incidentally was 2 kilometers away. So I said, I have to practice this. So I will walk every day to my school. And I gave up the bed. I said, Amma, there, boys sleep on the floor only with a little thin mattress. So I'm not going to sleep on the cot. So I gave up the cot, I gave up the cushions. And they said that, the boys there do a lot of prayers right from morning till night. From Suprabhatam to night prayer to food prayer. So I thought, I should not miss any prayer session. Anywhere there is a bhajan, there is Nagar Sankirtan, there is any seva, there is any satsang, never no to any prayer. Because that's what will make Swami. He has to accept me. And I thought the Brahmastra is this. Someone told me, mother's prayers reach Swami the fastest. So I thought, this is something that definitely will work. The only problem was, I was now the only child at home because both the brothers were already out of home. And I thought, it's very important that I have to somehow get my mother's blessing. My mother should be okay for me to go to Swami. And so every day I would tell Amma, please pray for me, Amma. And I would do everything that she wanted, anything, any way to help her in the kitchen, get the groceries, do this, do that, anything. I would never say no, and only prayer, Amma, please, I have to go to Swami. And then someone said, when you are applying, you apply for commerce, there's a greater chance. I said, doesn't matter, commerce, arts, political science, non-political science, economics, comics, anything, I will study anything. There's no problem. I have to just become a Sai student, that's all. So, the other interesting thing that used to happen is, there was one brother who joined Bhagwan's college in Vrindavan, and vacation time he used to come and hold Balvikas classes. And he would narrate all these stories of how it is to live with Bhagwan. He would teach us Vedic mantras. He would teach us bhajans. He would teach us stotrams. He would tell us so many instances of living with Swami. And with all that, the intensity was only building up. And in fact, we developed such a beautiful connect with that brother. I remember on one year when he was leaving, all of us, this Balvika students, we were crying. Brother, please, how will we manage? You are going away. He soaked us with Swami's love. And the brother said, okay, you write letters to Swami, I will give it to Swami. So I remember we made cards and all that. So with all that Swami, that he had filled me with himself, I was just waiting to become a student. And by his grace, in the interview, I remember 11th class interview, they asked me, do you know any song? And I said, Oh ma, oh ma, oh ma, Sai ma. Now, this was a song that the school students used to sing in front of Bhagwan, and I think that song sealed it. They said, fine, you are joining. So, I become a student. And now, in the Samiti, I was sort of a star. Because I would sing, I would chant Vedam. If they wanted someone to speak, I would speak. I would be there for seva, I would act. I was there for every activity in the Samiti. Everyone was so proud of me. My parents used to be really, definitely feel so happy when in Samiti I was being praised. And I thought, once I go to Prasanthi Nilayam, I am going to be the next sensation that Prasanthi has ever seen. And I enter the hostel and I see that, oh my God, everybody is so talented. And I'm seeing each one has so much of skill They're all heroes. I am not even a zero. I am below, minus. Minus, minus, minus. And I thought, now, what is going to happen? As a student, you want to be that hero. You want to be that person who gets praised. Like a child, you want that attention. And then I figured that here in Swami's hostel, if you want to become a hero, you might have the greatest of talent. You might be the best singer Prasanthi has ever seen. But if Swami does not talk to you and look at you, nobody will care for you actually. You might be the worst sports person. You might have come last in the 100 meters dash, and if Swami after that calls you and gives you a ring, who cares if you got last? Everyone will talk to you. The wing teacher will come, the principal will come, the warden will come. You have become instantly a star. So I thought, what is it that I have to do now? So I was looking at, all the various options. So if you chant Vedam, learn Vedam, then Vedam once in a while. In those days, only during festival times, you will get that opportunity to perform in front of Bhagavan, chant, stand next to Bhagavan. If you become a good sports person, only during sports season, that's a very short period. And I figured that the best place to be is in the bhajan group. It is like a passport to proximity. Any time Bhagwan is there, anywhere he goes, he comes to the hostel, he goes to the college, he goes to the museum, wherever he goes, the bhajan boys will be there. Every day you sit in the front, and it cannot happen that Swami will not talk to you, not look at you. And the very fact that you are part of the bhajan group itself puts you on a pedestal. Okay, so I thought that will be something to really achieve for. So, how to do this? So I went to the music teacher and I said, sir, I want to sing bhajans because I thought, I am a good singer, should not be a problem. So I went to this sir, I want to sing in Mandir. 11th class boy. So he looked at me, top to toe, and then he said, very good. What you do, you ask Swami. If you cannot oblige, speak obligingly. I thought, okay, what is there? I'll ask Swami. So, I started. I said, next time Swami comes, I will get up, I will ask Swami. I want Swami so that I can sing to become a star. That was the frame of mind. So Swami used to come, and during darshan times, with being little fellows in the school, we used to get a lot of liberties. You can be in this line, jump next line. If Swami is going there, then jump that side. 11th class, 12th class boy, nobody cares. It's fine. And Swami used to come many times after the darshan, take rounds after the interviews are over. So I started this whole process of reaching out to Swami. So I would, someday take letters, and every time I got up, Swami said, Kucho, Kucho, Kucho. And I thought, what is happening? And then after a while, I became a familiar face to Swami in the sense that every time he goes, I'll keep raising myself. So one day Swami said, Kya? You want to dance? Dance karo. Dance. So another day, Swami, marriage. Abhi marriage karta. So I felt that I was becoming some comical character, nice thing for Swami, entertainment. Every time I got up, he will crack a joke, all will laugh. Swami, interview. Hey boy, give him interview. He wants interview. So it was going on, and I was thinking, what is happening here? I thought it will just happen. And what was bothering me more was, here I am, trying to be a good boy, coming from a Sai family and all that background, trying to follow hostel rules and trying to conform to everything that the college and the school demands. And I would see this classmate of mine who was the most adventurous kind, who would do everything that was not mandated for us to do, and Swami will call and speak to him every day. So I will see this fellow, he was with Swami in the interview room for 1 hour, and after that when we were going back to the hostel, in the lines, he will pull some teacher's leg, he will crack some joke, he will do some naughty things, but it is fine, Swami is talking to him. And even the wing teacher will come talk to him till night, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And I am trying to be the best spiritual fruit that anyone can be, and Swami does not talk to me. So I think what is happening? I mean, he does not value, Swami really does not know what is happening. Swami does not know this boy is so bad. Look at me. So this was, now I'm slowly, that whole thing was coming that I am praying. I was praying. I started praying, even though the whole thing was that I have to become a star, but I was praying. And what was very depressing was all these, I don't know what to do. Whether to be a good boy or is it that, it will never happen because, it is not there. It's not in your destiny. Whatever happens, Swami is not going to talk to you because your father was not a great devotee. You don't come from a well-to-do family. You don't look handsome. All those thoughts. So I thought, it's not going to happen then. So what is the way? And one day I remember I was sitting there and he was crying. Actually, a wing teacher came and he said, see, you have to do 3 things. You have to follow all the hostel discipline thoroughly. That I was doing. But I thought, okay, fine, I will do it more sincerely. Second thing, he said, you have to pray. Yeah, I was doing. No, be sincere, do it from the heart. Okay. And third, try to give letters to Swami every day. I said, okay, I'll do that. So every day after that, I would take this chits, something I would write, just one line. Swami, I love you. Swami, I want you. Swami, I want to sing. Swami, talk to me. Something. Every day I would write one line and I would somehow go and try and give it to Swami. So this was going on. And Swami was never ever giving any serious attention to what I was doing. And it came to a point where I think he really does not know. See, if any person had even my own mother, even if my mother had seen this much I am pining, because the pining, let me tell you, that pining slowly, initially I wanted Swami so that I can sing to become a star, but that to become a star had gone out. The way Swami had crushed my ego, that whole star business had just gone out of my head. After that, it was like, I want Swami to sing, that's all. That is where I was. And now even that seemed so difficult. But there is no other go, it's monopoly, you can't go anywhere else. So still keep praying, but after some time I remember in those bhajan sessions in those days, I would go to mandir and I would just keep crying. I would put my head into my knees, sit and just cry. I would go to the bhajan hall and I would sit there and cry so that he can actually physically see me, in case he's not getting it metaphysically, physically at least you can see me. I'm crying here, I'm a little fellow. How much I am praying for you? In fact, it became so difficult for me also, that intensity had grown so much that it was very difficult for me to eat also. Like while eating also I will start crying, while sleeping I will crying, while walking it is like that. Swami, please, what is wrong with me? What should I do? You have created me like this. And then nothing was happening. So I said, you know what, that's it. There is no emancipation for you. You're not meant to be anything in life. I said, okay. And lost that interest. What's the point praying? Anyway, he does not care. He doesn't listen. If anyone had even something called a heart, then even if he had received even 0.0001% of how much I'm pining, he would have come running towards me actually. I should feel like that. And this person, he says, love of 1,000 mothers. God knows, it is 1 by 1,000. So I thought it's not going to happen. So I lost interest. So one day like that, in month of February, I was sitting in mandir I'm not even shaven. I thought, anyway, he's not interested in looking my face. So it's fine. You're just a non-existent entity. And that day Swami came out and Swami went down the Rama statue. And when he was coming back, all the boys rearranged themselves because there were some gaps to be filled and the boys occupied the front rows. I was not interested actually. But somehow, in this whole scheme of rearrangement, I was pushed to the front. So I was sitting in the front. But I was not even thinking of, giving my letter or anything. And Swami came, and as Swami was coming, I saw that he was actually looking at me. And it was a straight gaze, constantly looking at me, and I thought, no, it can't be. It can't be me. Don't think you are anything. It cannot be you. I was just looking, is it anybody, And as Swami came near, and I could see that, yeah, man, he's really looking at you only. And as he came near and near, his gaze was not shifting. It was just on me. And then out of reverence, as he came, I just got up and didn't know what to say. It was really, I've never prepared for this moment. I thought this moment is not there in my life. This song is not there in my playlist. Destiny has not written that for me. So, and suddenly Swami comes, he's looking at me, so I get up, and I don't know what, my mind is blank. So I just stood up, because, out of reverence, Swami's coming near. So I stood up, and the moment Swami's eyes met me, I don't know what happened. Swami waved his hand big, and out came a silver chain, and there was thunderous applause, because it happened right in front of all the devotees. My God, so much claps, and everyone is rejoicing. And Swami put that silver chain on my neck, and I remember I just broke down and just held on to him, and I started crying. Can this really happen? Months of penance, and I was holding him, I was crying and crying. I wet his robe, and Swami didn't speak a word. I also did not, that whole thing has gone. I want Swami so that I can sing to become a star. That whole star business had gone. I want Swami so that I can sing also had gone. It had just become I want Swami, that's all. And now Swami I had got. So what else to ask for? There's nothing to ask for. And Swami had to extricate himself from my grasp. And just when Swami was then leaving, I suddenly remembered, hey, good opportunity, man, ask for singing. So I just got up. Swami, I want to sing, Swami. Sing. Swami said, just go anything. That day, whatever I have. Swami, I want to go to the moon. Swami, I want to sleep in your car. Swami, I want to sleep in a bedroom. Yes. Anything that, what I would have asked that day, it just felt like that. Definitely, Bangaru, Tathastu, anything. If we have Him as the basis of our life, whatever churning that life may put us through, we will rise like a phoenix. We have to have Him as the basis of our lives. That is the truth. That is the satyam of our life. If we make Him priority one in our lives, then we will see how He has always ensured that we become priority one for Him. We will feel how we are priority one for Him. We have to make Him priority one in our lives. In all our endeavors, then we become priority one for God in all His endeavors. And that is how the journey began with Swami. Bhagavan bina koi apna nahi, Sainath bina Paramatma nahi, Sainath बिना परमात्मा नहीं. Choose God and everything else shall be added on to you. Yes, I became a sensation in the hostel overnight from 8th class boys to PG. Everybody wanted to know who this boy is, who's this boy. And it, in fact, it became a joke in my class. If you want a chain from Swami, get up and ask Swami, I want to sing Swami, you'll get a chain. So I enjoyed that, whatever the little, just like Dhruva wanted to actually sit on the lap of his father. That's how the whole journey began. But after that, when he did all this tapasya, he forgot. Swami made him sit on his lap and become a guiding star for eons to come. So I reminded how he changes our perspective so that we don't forget what is the satyam of our lives. So many years ago in Vrindavan, Pandit Jasraji had come and he had a session with Swami, boys sang. After Bhagwan retired, Jasraji, he asked, who is that boy who sang this particular song? And so immediately they called one boy. This boy was a very good singer, composer, and Jasraji said, boy, you are so brilliantly talented. I want to take you as my disciple. You come to Pune. I will make you my chief disciple. You will carry on the tradition of my gharana. He said. So this boy felt, wow. I mean, when will you get this opportunity where Pandit Jasraji, the doyen of Indian Hindustani music, is telling you, you didn't even approach him. He approaches you and he says, I will make you the carrier of my musical mission. So this boy, they're just waiting to tell Swami and go to Pune. So that evening, he was trying to get Swami's attention, did not happen. That night he wrote a letter. Next morning he was waiting. Swami came and he had written this letter. Swami, I want your permission to go to Pune. So he gave that letter. Swami came. Swami looked at him nicely, smiled and took that letter. But Swami did not say anything. This is 70s. You used to have so much of conversation with Swami. He did not say anything. So he thought, I just need that one green signal from Swami and I will go to Pune. And so in the evening session, so he was restless, waiting for when will Swami give me a chance to say this to him. So Swami looked at him in the evening session and he said, hey boy, so you want to leave me and go? And the boy said, Swami, you're there everywhere, Swami. Just like Vishnu, you're not coming to Sundaram. No, Swami is everywhere. You're not coming to Prasanthi Nilayam. Swami is everywhere. And it's, I feel Swami everywhere. It's like, my house is as spiritually charged as Sundaram. It's like, my little puja room is as powerful a colossus of spiritual energy as Bhagwan's Sannidhi is in Prasanthi Nilayam. So he said, Swami, you're there everywhere, Swami. So Swami said, okay, tell me, do you feel me everywhere? So I said, Swami, how do you answer this question? He thought, better not to give any more excuses, come straight to the point. So he told Swami, I want to learn music song. He said, oh, okay, you want to learn music. Tell me, why do you want to learn music? So this boy said, Swami, I want to learn music to please you, Swami. Just like, so we say, why do you sing, someone asks, and we say, no, we sing to please Swami. But when we are singing, we are constantly thinking, has the person who generally is that radio broadcast of the Sundaram group, has he come? Because if he has heard my singing today, he will tell everyone that, did you hear that bhajan? He was very good. It was very good. Did the bhajan coordinator come today? That auntie should have come, yaar. She should have listened. When we are doing a service, we think, has the service coordinator come? Because, next 2 years from now, when they're considering for who should next lead the next service project, I should be there top of his mind, But when someone asks, why are you serving? We'll say, oh, we are doing to please Swami. So, he said that. So Swami said, oh, you want to please Swami? And then Swami put a bouncer. He said, but I am already pleased. So I don't know. It's like a mother. This kid wants to go out and hang out with his friends and, say, why, mother asks, why you want to go? No, I want to play guitar, we will have this fun, we will eat chips and, we will have all these really party. So mother says, okay, no problem. You want that? No, I will get it done. So mother calls her friends and, her friends' kids and, she organizes a cake and he builds and everything and, so that the kid has a nice time in a house and everybody praises the kid and the kid feels great and so that to save the kid, just like that, to save the soul. So I said, no, I'm already pleased. So, what is the reason? And now, it hit him like a ton of bricks. He went to Swami, he prostrated, and he started crying. And then Swami told, Bangaru, you will not get this opportunity in millions of lifetimes. Don't lose it. Don't miss it. Why did this happen? Because the boy thought, wow, I'm a great singer. Pandit Jasraji himself came and called me. Now, how did Pandit Jasraji came? Who is Pandit Jasraji and who are you, by the way? How did Pandit Jasraji listen to you? How did it happen that Pandit Jasraji and you are sitting in the same platform? Did Pandit Jasraji come all the way from Pune to listen to your singing? Pandit Jasraji came because Swami was there. Forget all that. Even for you to think that I am a singer, you forget that the very way you are able to sing, the very reason you are able to sing, it's only because of His grace. You forget that if you are able to sing, if you are able to speak, you are able to think, it is only because of me. You forget that just because someone praised you. We forget the very breath is because He has touched us and He is still taking care of us. He is infusing life into our every breath. That's why we breathe. If you forget this Satyam, that is when life becomes a mess. If we have Him as the basis of our life, come what may in life, we will rise like a phoenix, else we will be nixed. Our life will be jinxed. Many years ago, during one interaction session with the hospital doctors, one doctor asked Swami, when will you stop forgiving us? Because we are sometimes so fragile in our resolutions, in our progress in the spiritual path. Morning we think, okay, today I will do this, from today I will start this sadhana, and by the time it is evening, by the time it is night, everything has just evaporated actually. You are back to square one by the time you sleep actually. Everything has gone, all the resolutions have gone. And so this person thought, okay, but then Swami is so gracious, he's still, even if you break all our promises, still Swami takes care of us. He comes to our rescue once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 10 times, 100 times like Shishupala. But he thought, is there a limit? Is there a point beyond which Swami will think this is irreparable? Or beyond that Swami will think, no chance. I'm never ever going to look at this person's face again. I'm never ever going to be there for him again. So he thought, is there any upper limit for God's grace and forgiveness? So yeah, Swami, how many sins will you forgive? And Swami said, with a lot of love, as many as you commit. I will forgive as many as you commit, provided you repent for it, provided it is a mistake. It is not a sin, provided it is something done out of ignorance, provided it is non-repeating repentance. So in the 90s, there was this occasion, darshan time, this person was sitting, first time he has come to Prasanthi Nilayam, and he's seeing that everyone around him is so full of reverence for Swami, and they all written letters, they're waiting for Bhagwan to come. And he had known about Swami as a spiritual being, and he was feeling very small because he felt that, he was perhaps the only impure person. Everybody seemed so saintly and pious. And he thought, what can I do? Will he accept me? Will I get any grace? Looks like, I'm the most incorrigible person in the crowd. And suddenly this thought flashed. Everyone is holding letters. So he said, I will write down a letter. So he took that letter and he wrote down everything of his life which he felt he should be pardoned for, all the unmentionable things of his life, all the misadventures of his life, everything he wrote down on that paper. And he thought, today when Swami comes, I will get and I will give this letter to Swami. If he accepts this letter, then I will take it that he has removed everything of my past. He has forgiven everything of my past. From today, I will tell him that I will start a new life. So he was sitting there with this prayer on his lips and so much of eager anticipation for Bhagwan's presence. Bhagwan came and Swami looked at him and very lovingly Swami stretched out his hand and took that letter. And you can see the joy in his face, like he's got a new life. He felt that Swami today has told that I don't care about your past. From today you start a new life. I have forgiven everything that you have done. And his eyes was constantly not on Swami but on the letter that Swami had taken. The letter was in a cover and constantly he was looking at that cover. It was giving him so much of fulfillment. It was like the touch to that letter meant that Swami has touched his life and it has become pure again. It has become Shivam again. And so he was constantly looking at that letter on Swami's hand, feeling so happy. And as Swami was going and collecting letters, Swami was still holding this letter. That letter was always in Bhagwan's hands. And as he was seeing and relishing that moment of redemption, of liberation for him, and suddenly, as he was seeing, his face changed. From the heights of ecstasy, it dropped to the nadar of depression and sorrow and dejection because Swami suddenly dropped that letter. And he thought, oh my God, why did he drop it? I thought, he had forgiven. But I think on second thought, God thought that this fellow is not worth it. Maybe God thought that, he's such an incorrigible fellow. He cannot be pardoned. Maybe for some time he did it by mistake. Maybe God took it. And Swami now realized that, this fellow doesn't deserve my grace. So that when that letter fell, he started crying and sobbing there. Thought, there's no point of my existence. Even God does not want to have anything to do with me. And as he was sitting there, completely heartbroken, then suddenly one fear came. Oh my God, who has that letter? All my life's karma is there. Oh my God, nobody should read that letter. So now he's, from that whole sorrow, it became tension. I have to find that person actually. So he was waiting for darshan to be over. And then he saw that Swami had dropped that. He was absolutely sure that it was his letter because that cover was his eyes was fixed on that. So now he went to that person where Swami had dropped that letter and he asked this person, and to his amazement that person was actually a sadhu. He was a mendicant. And so he says, what, this letter belongs to me, please give it to me. And this sadhu said, please, this is Swami's prasadam to me. I cannot give it to you. He said, please, hello, that is my letter. You have no right to read about my life. Please give it to me. And sadhu said, with so much of prayer I was sitting, you saw how so Swami so sweetly dropped this letter onto my hands. How can I give it? It is my treasured possession. And this person is like, this person was getting agitated. Just, you can never open this letter. It's mine. And all. Darshan over and now some commotion is happening. Darshan ground. So the Sevadal came and he said, what's the problem? And he heard the problem. And now the Sevadal also was in a fix. How to solve this problem? The letter is his only, but Swami gave it to this sadhu. So the Sevadal started praying to Swami how to solve this problem. And then suddenly he got a brainwave and he said, okay. I told the sadhu, see, Swami gave you that letter, correct? This cover, Swami dropped it in your hands. Okay? So you keep the cover. That letter, no, it actually belongs to that person. Okay? So let us give that letter to him. You keep the cover, that is Swami's prasadam to you. Okay? Then the sadhu thought, okay, maybe fair enough. At least, I'm getting this. This only Swami touched actually. Why should I read that other person's letter? Fine. So the Sevadal took the cover and Sevadal removed that letter. And even as he was removing that letter, something fell off from the cover. Few currency notes and 2 coins fell out. And this man said, no, this money does not belong to me. I did not give Swami anything. I gave only that letter. This is not mine. Okay. So Sevadal said, this is not yours, no? We'll give it to the sadhu. Okay. So this money belongs to the sadhu. And the sadhu, when he got that money, now he was in ecstasy. Oh my God, this is what I was praying to Swami with a lot of difficulty. Today I could come for darshan and I was telling Swami, please, thank you so much. You gave me the chance to see you, but I don't have money to go back. Swami, please, can you arrange that little thing, the travel conveyance, if you can give me, no, Swami. I will go back with my heart full of love and gratitude. Swami, please. That is what he had prayed for. You will see how Swami has taken care of me. That sadhu was fully in sakshatkara bhava. And now this man thought, so I am the only soul on earth who is so unfortunate that even God does not want to have anything to do with me. And he opened that letter just to see what he had written, because it is because of this letter that all that he had done in his past, that Swami has not graced him with any compassion. So he opened that letter, and as he opened, his face went blank. And now he started crying, oh my God, Swami, I never knew that you can be so compassionate, because that letter now was blank. It was completely white. Everything wiped out. Everything cleared. You have got a fresh sojourn. There is no other better, surest way Swami could have communicated that, I am giving you a fresh lease of life. Go ahead and enjoy. I have taken away everything from your past. We might do 100 good things and 1 wrong act, and the world will look at that only 1 wrong act with 1,000 eyes, with 100 eyes. We might have done 100 wrong acts and done 1 good act, and the Lord will look at that 1 good act with 100 eyes. Sahasra Sirisha Purusha. He will look at only that. He will look for that 1 opportunity, 1 pure thought of that person. Swami, I want to change myself. And Swami multiplies. That is why he is Shivam. He will convert anything inauspicious in our lives into the most auspicious thing that can ever happen to our existence. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. He Paramesha Papa Vinasha. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. I remember I had the opportunity to work in Bhagwan Super Speciality Hospital in Whitefield for a short while. And at the end of 1.5 years, I fell sick. I came back to Prasanthi Nilayam, and I became so sick that I was hospitalized in the hospital, in Swami's Super Speciality Hospital for not weeks, for months. And In fact, that was a most glorious phase of my life, because not a day went without Swami inquiring about me. Either he would talk to me, or he would talk to my father, or go and speak with my mother, or go and give prasadam to my father, or come to my brother and give him vibhuti. Every day for like 6 months to 1 year, not a single day passed without Swami thinking of me and doing something physically to know that, he is taking care of me. The amount of detail that Swami went into, which day, which injection should be given, what should be the quantity of injection, when it should be started, when it should be stopped, what I should, in fact, as per the illness, I was supposed to lose weight. I was not having any symptoms of the condition, because they said you're supposed to lose weight, you're supposed to have this temperature, you're supposed to have this. But the thing was, because Swami was showering so much love that I was not losing weight. Swami was sending fruits, so I was eating very well actually. So doctors were not able to see those kind of signs that they thought this illness will have. And so even though Bhagwan was showering so much of attention, and look at the way Swami does it also. Even though it was the most trying time for my family didn't know whether to smile or mourn, because every day you go to darshan, Swami is talking to you. Yes, one member of the family is in a life-threatening sort of condition, but every day Swami is talking to you. But parents, as they were all the time concerned. And of course, I went back to my prayer and penance days, and my father went to astrologers. So one astrologer said that actually the time for your son now is so bad that even God will not look at him. Even though he has Guru's blessings and all that, but this phase God will not look at you. And it was this time that Swami was showering the maximum attention on me. And I remember during those days, after I recovered, I used to constantly then ask Swami for opportunities to work, and he would not give me those chances. I was resting, and then suddenly the illness recovered. And it so happened that 1.5 years had passed that way, and I had not done any work. And given the exuberant self that I am, I cannot not do any work, and I was waiting for Swami to give me some work. And it started off that way, and Swami was not giving me any chance to work. And again I started this prayer to Swami. Now I want Swami to get a job so that I can work for his mission. So I want Swami. So every day I would go to the darshan. So in the first 6-7 months of my sickness, Swami would every day talk, and once I became all right, then suddenly he distanced himself. It's not that he was not concerned. He would never talk to me, but he will talk to the doctors. He will talk to the director of the hospital, inquire about me once in a while, but never look at me. Now again another sadhana started, because now I was so eager to come back, and Swami had given me the chance to work for his hospital that has gone. And like this months passed, and I thought what I should do. So I should make some cards. So in that card, I used to put pictures of Swami and me together in Kodaikanal, Swami and me together in Vrindavan, just to let him know, you know what, once upon a time, actually we were, there was a connection. Now I have become transparent for you. So that whole thing was going on. Every day I would go for darshan, and Swami would not look at me, not talk to me. And it carried on, and every day I would come back and slump into my bed, drown into my pillow and cry. Morning darshan I will go, and nothing would happen. I would come back and cry and cry and cry and sleep. I would eat lunch, and I would sleep only with the intention that maybe Swami will come in the dream. There's no other way, So maybe Swami will come in the dream. So sleep only with that intention, and get up, Swami has not come. Okay, darshan time, today something will happen. So go to darshan, and Swami is very busy all the time. No time for me. So that is how evening darshan will go, and I will think one more day has gone, and Swami has not looked at me. Swami has not given me any job. And wait for the night because maybe Swami will come. Night there's longer hours of sleep. He'll have more time to come into the dream. So wait for the night and it won't happen. So like that, month after month, month after month, month after month. I'll tell you one thing. It is so important to value what Swami gives you. Immediately after I finished my MBA, I was so sure that Swami will give me a job. Because I had never ever imagined myself doing anything else. Right from the time I joined Swami school, I had always thought that I will stay back and I will serve. Even when I was doing MBA, I had never imagined myself in any corporate boardroom. It was just so that I will be with him. And given that my brother also was close to Swami, I had that confidence that Swami will give me some job. In fact, it went to that extent that after I finished my education, I was not even showing my face to Swami. I thought the moment he sees me, he'll put me in a job. Let me just take some rest, Thoda aaram karo. Just now you finished your studies. So I was like that. And one day my brother says, what, you didn't write letter to Swami? Right? Okay, so I wrote the letter. Next day he packed me off to work in super specialty hospital. So I didn't really have to, pray for that opportunity to work for him. It just came on a golden platter, just how I had thought. And now, 2 years over, 3 years over, and month, session after session, every day I'm going and I'm praying and finding Swami, give me chance to work, give me chance to work, give me chance to work. And it's just not happening. Just not happening. 2 years passed like this. And then someone said, Swami, can we send him to super specialty hospital in Puttaparthi because he already has experience in Bangalore super specialty. Swami told, no. How will he work there? No, we can't send him there. And said, Swami, can he work in the book trust? And I said, no, that is so high. How will he go? Swami in the hospital, actually he has experience. He has worked, implemented the software there. That is so far. How will he go to the hospital? So they didn't know what to do. And finally Swami said to Mr. Chakravarti, you keep him with you only. So I was given a job finally, but they're not giving me salary. It's like, you wanted to work, no? Swami was saying, okay, work. Now I can't go and tell Swami, give me money. I mean, it's understood, yeah? I mean, I'm telling, give me a job means obviously I'll be put on rolls, I'll be given some, I'm 20 something. I'm not retired and come. I don't want to be a burden on my parents. So Chakravarti sir called and told, you work here. So I'm like in his office, no designation, no post, but I cannot tell Swami that I don't have work. So I was in that Trishanku stage. I don't know what, I can't go and tell Swami also that I can't even pray, Swami, give me work. Hey, work is given. I can't tell Swami, give me money. How can you ask Swami, give me money? So like that it continued. But I worked during that period, and then suddenly then this thing came that someone is needed for Radio Sai, and Professor Venkatraman then asked Swami, can we take this boy for Radio Sai? He said, yes, take him for Radio Sai. And that day he came and he gave me the namaskar and a very, very mischievous smile, as if telling me, finally giving you. And that's how I started working for Radio Sai. And it has been such a beautiful journey. What I'm trying to say is, whenever we forget what is the basis of our life, just like that brother forgot, I forgot, the basis for me is Swami. I thought it'll just come just like that. When you forget the satyam of our life, that is when life becomes a mess. Once I prayed again, then it came back. And once that satyam is steady in your life, then you begin to see everything good that is happening around you. You see the Shivam in everything that happens to you, because you know that Swami can do only thing good for you. And then life becomes Sundaram. And for me, working in Radio Sai has been a saga of Sundaram. It is such a beautiful journey to be there every day. I look forward to go and work. It is like I can't wait for every morning to go and serve. So that is how, if you have the satyam straight in your life, then everything that happens to you becomes Shivam, because God can do only good things with you, and then life becomes a saga of Sundaram. We have the Navavida Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sneham, Atma Nivedanam. Atma Nivedanam is Samarpanam. Atma Nivedanam is Samarpanam. Swami says, for Sai devotee, the only thought that should be there is He inspires. He inspires, He helps, He guides, He plans, He executes, He sows, He reaps, He enjoys, He is pleased. Swami said, this should be the way of life for a Sai Bhakta. This is not the ideal way. This is not the best way. Swami said, this is the only way for a Sai devotee. And once you begin to live with Bhagwan, once you have Him as the Satyam of your life, then you will see everything becomes only auspicious. Everything, the very fact that I am standing here today, such an auspicious occasion, it is only because you feel that whatever happens, it is for my good. Let me end with this. In fact, a few days ago, a month ago, I had this thought that how nice it would be if I get a chance to start the Samarpan sessions in some place, because I very much believe in this concept of Samarpan, because nothing more glorious than hearing to the glories of the Lord. It was just a fleeting thought, let me frankly share with you. And just 2 days after that, Brother Balaram Chandran calls and says, brother, we are starting Samarpan in Chennai, would you like to come? So even if you have a slightest thought, if it is a pure thought, if it is rooted in Satyam, Swami will ensure that your life becomes Sundaram. I give myself to you, O Sai. I give myself to you, so you can use me. Here I am, here I stand. All my life is in your hand. All my dreams, all my plans, Lord, I place them in your hand. I give myself to you, O Sai. I give myself to you, so you can use me, so you can use me. Please use me. I offer my deep sense of gratitude to Bhagwan for this lovely opportunity. No words to tell you what this session has done to me. It has been a sadhana for me to come here. I cannot express in words what my soul and heart has gone through before coming to this podium. And I thank each one of you for your love and for your patient listening. Thank you so much. Sai Ram.
Thank you so much, brother. In fact, when I rise for the second time today, I believe I rise wiser. Not sure whether like I'm a phoenix, but then yes, I still rise. I rise wiser because there are three things which I'd like to share. First is thank you so much, brother, for setting the record straight. The voice of Radio Sai is Sai. However, I still persist with the idea. The voice of Radio Sai is Sai. But then I think what he has shown us today, what brother has shown us today, is that while the voice of Radio Sai is Sai, you can be the radio through which the voice of Sai is broadcast. And you can be a radio if you live your life in such a manner that when others look at you, they envision the Lord. And how does that happen? That happens when you make Sai the sthai, or the basis of your life and the first priority of your life. So these are my takeaways from what you said. Very beautifully put, brother. In fact, I'm sure Brother Bishu has left you hungry for more. Now this is something which I'm very tempted to share, and hence I'll share. I'm not sure how many of you are aware, but Brother Bishu has recently authored a book which is Moments of Truth with Sri Satya Sai. It's a beautiful book. I'm somebody who's had the opportunity to go through it. I would strongly suggest that you also avail of the opportunity. In fact, I have some information which tells me that very limited copies of this book are available in our stores here in Sundaram. Please don't take it as an advertisement. That's not what I'm trying to do, but I'm just trying to share with you the joy which I have experienced. And you'll find many more anecdotes in the book. In fact, I think he's tried to squeeze into it a lot of wonderful anecdotes which he has gained, which has been gifted to him in the course of his work in Radio Sai, the many interviews that we have done. Brother, as a mark of our love, we're going to request a few elders to hand over a few tokens of our love. First, can I please request respected Dr. Mohan sir, trustee of the Sri Satya Sai Central Trust, who has taken time out to come here today to honor Bishu by offering a shawl. Thank you so much, sir. We also have, brother, also have a wonderful little thing for you. You will realize why it's called a wonderful little thing whenever you have an opportunity to open this. I would now like to request our beloved TGK uncle, who was former state president. He is a great source of inspiration for all of us, to kindly hand over a memento, uncle. There's a reason why, uncle, I think this is very appropriate, because I'm not sure whether, uncle, you're aware, but if I understand right, brother, at least 2 of those anecdotes in the book, the unnamed devotee is TGK uncle. Uncle may not be aware, but then there are 2 beautiful episodes. So uncle wants me to share that in 2016 they traveled together for Malaysia for a Sai conference. So the education human values. The education human values convocation in Malaysia. So I thought it's quite appropriate that uncle hands over this token of love. Thank you so much, uncle. So thank you so much once again. Grateful to all the elders, the devotees, the brothers who worked very hard to make the first Samarpan a reality, or at least we think we are the ones who worked to make the real Samarpan a reality. The one who really made it a reality is the one who's sitting right behind us, who is our own reality. Jai Sai Ram.